Aidid and his lieutenants were free to continue their clan warfare. International aid groups fled Mogadishu due to rampant insecurity. 8 years after the battle, America has no diplomatic relations with Somalia. And now, the story of the warlord Aidid has come full circle. Upon the death of his father in 1995, Hussein Aidid gave up his life in California.
Hussein came back to Mogadishu to basically take over his father's role as the head of the clan.
The same son who once served with U.S. Marines in Somalia became the new warlord of the Habergider clan.
My goal was to be just like my father.
As a result, they've devolved into 7 or 8 more years of civil war. The country is in shambles. There's very little hope in the near future that it's going to be able to turn itself around.
Though Somalia hasn't changed, the American soldiers who fought there will never be the same.
Everybody takes with them some sort of casualty of that battle.
It changes you. I'm not the same person I was before. Everyone who knows me will tell you, I'm not even near the same person I was before.
I mean, I remember crying every day for months, just out of the blue, you know, and certain songs do it, certain thoughts, the remorse, the loss of friends, the patriotism, the joy of being released.
You know, I still carry the physical scar where I got wounded there from that. I don't need the reminder. I'll never forget that. You never get over losing a friend. You just don't. No one does.
One of the things that struck me working on the story of Black Hawk Down was the tremendous courage and nobility of these young men. None of those young men who were trapped on the streets of Mogadishu being shot at, wounded, and killed had any part in the decision that put them there. You know, they were there representing you and me as American citizens.
I've told Mark Bowden, I thought that's what his book was. The most single valuable point of his book for us was that it has been deemed important enough that someone wants to hear that story.
They were doing their duty as American citizens, and I think that for us as a country to ignore that level of courage and sacrifice is a real disservice to everybody in uniform, in particular to these men who fought in Mogadishu. One of my strongest satisfactions in writing this book has been to preserve the memory of what happened there and to give these men who fought there some measure of respect and acknowledgement for what they went through.